stop. If you are here, it is because you are looking for an answer, seeking an answer in distraction, an existential paradox. Yet, it is completely normal. Without a mission, without belonging, without meaning, without a reason, without contact with the sacred, you are left with no choice but to fill the void with nothingness. But when you finally reach that stage where you understand that dwelling in the abyss of your inner world allows you to distance yourself from the noise, to listen to yourself, to perceive your own being, and to feel that sense of sacred intimacy, consider yourself lucky. It means you have managed to let go of everything: the past, the future, the pain, the memories, and the usual compensatory thoughts. Jung himself, after his break with Freud, went through years of profound crisis and inner withdrawal, and it was from that very chaos that the Red Book and the foundations of his most mature thought were born. It is not uncommon for metamorphosis to begin only after you have cut several people out of your life, because it is precisely through their absence that you manage to let go of that stale, limited version of yourself. Ironically, it is when you hit rock bottom that you finally understand how to live. But the moment you rise just a little, the old patterns return. Your ego tries to break struggle free once again. This is the internal conflict that every man is destined to lose, because without a meaning that runs deep, you will always drift back to the surface. This is the reason why religious faith has accompanied humanity for millennia. It has served as a channel to the depths and, at the same time, a bridge to control and power. After all, who decides what is right to believe in? Today, however, I am not here to talk to you about religion. What truly interests me is extracting the concept of faith from the religious context and reconnecting it to the divine spark within each of us. Let us start from a premise. The image of God is intrinsic to every human being, regardless of their beliefs or stance. Carl Jung understood this in his time, leaving us with vital teachings. To Carl Jung, the image of God in man coincides with the archetype of the self, which is the center of the total personality, encompassing both the unconscious and consciousness. He viewed the image of God as an inner divine core that guides the individual toward the integration of different parts of their psyche, an archetypal energy fundamental to psychic health and the wholeness of the human being. Now, listen carefully. Within you lives a version of yourself made of pure energy, detached from the body, from matter, free from carnal needs and pleasures, from genetic factors, and from the ego. It is the wisest, most authentic, and deepest part of who you are. Whether you choose to call it the higher self or the spiritual core is your decision. What remains unchanged is that it exists, and it is always with you. It manifests concretely when you are already well along the path of individuation. Nourished by knowledge and life experience, it becomes capable of guiding you after you have integrated the deepest and most authentic parts of your identity, after navigating experiences that shatter automatisms, illusions, and immaturity. The moments when your mind races and you feel overwhelmed will likely return. Those are the exact moments when you must learn to return to yourself. That inner figure is not there to always grant you ready-made answers or solutions. It is there to remind you that you will never find what you seek if the mind is clouded and the spirit is corrupted. It is there to remind you that falling is part of the process, that you won't always perform at your best, and you won't always keep every commitment. There will be times when you wake up late, skip a workout, or fail to finish a task the way you wanted to, and that is perfectly fine, because all of this is human. Learn to return to yourself. Do it in silence. If you wish to integrate a sense of sacredness into your essence, choose a mantra that resonates with you, or create a personalized one. When you feel the need, close your eyes and think of yourself, but in the form of light and energy. Repeat that mantra with your eyes closed, in your mind, in a whisper, or out loud, but recite it. Learn also to listen to yourself in the silence. Meditate if you can. Often, the greatest visions emerge from there. Try to remember your dreams. They carry personal messages, and the most vivid ones, in particular, are incredibly important. Have faith in yourself. Your inner world is rich. Do not fear going into the deep. Stay awake. Stay safe. Enter the portal.